right, guys, there goes Dad with 03. I've got 04. It's race day, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. It is Saturday, June 22nd. It is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We are just now leaving the shop. We are headed to the races for another race at our home track. It's a scorcher. It's been kind of hot for the past few days, but other than that, we do have some rain coming in later today, but I don't think it's going to be anything major that's going to shut us down or cause us to have to skip out on our feature races and do a double feature. I guess I don't know. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. We're gonna have some awesome racing action, so I'm excited. Summer full of racing. I'm ready for it. I'm all for it. So hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys do at any point, make sure you guys smash the like button. But I'm gonna get to town and get stuff fueled up, and we're gonna head to the track and set up camp. All right, folks, it's now 4:30. We are here at the track, and for the first time, we actually set up camp in a different location. Usually we're down there by that light post over there. But we've thought about it a few times, but this time we decided to park along the corn, along the outside. We're in a good place where when we're getting in our cars, we have a good view of pit road and the staging area and everything, so we can see who's staging, what's going on. We keep a good eye on what's going on and when we need to get up and get going. And I drew number 4 and Dad drew 25. So I guess as of right now, since there's just 2 cars in the hobby stock class, that'll put me in first place, Dad in second, if we were to race right now, the 2 of us, based on how we drew. But there will be more cars coming. But me being number 4, that'll pretty much put me toward the front in one heat, you know, and Dad might be in another heat. It depends on how they decide to do numbers. Everything's all set, and we're gonna get ready to race. Alright, guys, it's now 7:30. We're done with the heat race now. We got back to the pit area, to our camp, and first off, we're okay. We're just fine. Me and Dad are good. All it really did to Dad is it just blew. It blew his front left tire and did some dinging up here. But we already got the tire changed, and as far as I know, he's good to race for the feature. But unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to scratch, because this part I'm not worried about. This is all cosmetic. This is easy repairs. The problem is my kickers on my bumper are snapped over 50% on each side. And the worst part is I got a kink in my frame here, which this is all fixable. But unfortunately, I had to take my shroud off my radiator because it shifted everything. So my fan was catching on my shroud. So we had to remove my shroud off the radiator. And the thing was, because I was in the top 3, I got to redraw for the first time in my racing career. and I pulled number 1, which means I start the first place position in the feature race. But the problem is, with the damage that I have, I don't know if it can do another run. If I go out there and run again, there's a chance that I do more damage and it might not be fixable at all. So I have a decision to make. All this I can guarantee we can have fixed 3rd of July. We can have her fixed up. She'll be good to go. It's fixable, don't get me wrong. We can fix it and we can do a lot of straightening and welding and re-riveting. That's no big deal. If I shut down now, it's all fixable and we can have it done for the next race. But I'm just kind of frustrated that I have a first place position in the feature now and I got to give it up. But that's just part of racing. It's the hard lessons you learn. Pretty much the story of the wreck. The guy that we were racing with, that number 20 car, he's one of the best out there. He is one of the fastest I've ever seen on this racetrack here. And I was destined to keep up with him. I wanted to push this car and I wanted to keep up with him as best I could. And I did it as best. I know he still went by me, but man, I felt like I was flying. But even in hot laps, we weren't able to film hot laps today, but even in hot laps, the car was just biting too much and pulling. And that's exactly what happened. I whipped around the corner and something just bit. Part of it was probably it biting. Part of it was probably me oversteering a little bit. Dad was trying to pass me on the outside at the same time and we clashed. And that's just part of racing. Obviously there's no heat between me and my dad. We're fine. We're both okay. There's no injuries. That's the point of the safety equipment. We are just fine. And I mean, I'm proud of that run. Don't get me wrong. I still need to watch the tape back. I'll watch the tape back probably during intermission and see how I did and what the wreck looked like. But you know, that's part of racing. Wrecking, that's just part of it. And this is just showing you that I easily had the best run of my career right here, because I obviously did something. I was obviously going fast enough that something happened that I wasn't ready for. So obviously I was out of my comfort zone and I was doing something the car had never done before. So that's a good thing. Actually, I should make sure my car actually still starts. It should, now that the shroud's out of the way. Oh yeah, she still starts. She's good. The belt's not shredded. Nothing's bad on her. So she still runs and she's still good. She could still, mechanically, she's still a good running freaking race car ready to run, but it's just the way the bumper is. One bump on her and she's done for. So while the damage is still fixable, I think I'm going to tap out for the night. And I'm gonna go up and grab something to eat, something to drink, and I'll just be in the stands and I'll support my dad for the feature race. Well, it's kind of calmed down, but change of plans. I did decide to scratch. I did some talking with some drivers and some other guys, and some of them told me to get your points. Some of them were saying I'd take a lap to make sure you get your points, because I'm high up in points. I'm number 7 in the standings at this track, and they were like, I wouldn't miss out on the points. And so I ended up going up to the track owner. I know him pretty well, and I asked him, do I have, you know, if I have to scratch, do I still get my points for last place? Yep, you'll still get points. So I says, all right, screw it. I'm not gonna risk any damage. If I still get my points, I'm gonna load up. So I loaded up, and as Dad was getting ready for the feature, they skipped intermission and everything because they were trying to beat the rain, but nope, the rain beat us. And the nice thing was, they did not run the hobby stock feature. So the weather has given me a loophole where I scratched, but I didn't scratch because everybody couldn't run because we got rained out. So what will happen is I can get my car fixed, and I believe we'll still run the same lineup as long as everybody shows up. So I'll still get my first place position on the pole in the feature position in the feature race, and we'll do a double feature race, which, knock on wood, I hope my starter doesn't fall off. Last time we ran a double feature race due to a rain out, that was when my starter fell out and I had to scratch from 2 features and miss out on 2 races worth of points. So I hope I don't have that again. But I did find a loophole, so technically I didn't have to scratch because my feature got canceled. But we are all loaded up and strapped. We had to put an extra strap on my car on the hood because it can't go down all the way right now due to everything being tweaked. But everything is in the trucks. We are on the way back to the shop to drop trailers and it'll just be a project of we'll get my car in the shop and we'll start taking stuff off. We'll do whatever welding we need to do. We may need to do some minor work on Dad's car to get it going again. I found a loophole through my wreck, so I have time to fix the car and get it back in running order, so then I can do the best I can and give 100% effort in the pole position, you know, next time if they decide to do the same lineup. So it all, actually, considering the circumstances, it actually worked out for the best. So I'm happy about that. Overall, nice night of racing. I'm proud of that run. I still haven't watched the film back, but I'll watch it back sometime tonight and see how I did. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that. I guess next time it'll be a double feature for hobby stocks and the classes after. As long as the weather's nice on the 3rd of July, we'll have a 4th of July race with fireworks and all that. So hope you guys are in for that. That'll probably be in this video as well. So I'm gonna get this car to the shop. There's really no more damage I need to assess. I know what's wrong and we know what to fix. So most of it's cosmetic. And then just for trying to find a way to bend that frame back. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do for that, but we'll figure it out. I have good connections and good friends that always are good at helping us out, so we'll get something figured out. But overall, given the circumstances, the wreck and the rain, good night of racing, I guess. Like I said, you're gonna have nights like that. You're gonna have bad nights like this, and then good nights like I have pretty much my whole career, besides my one wreck. So, hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna get back to the shop, get these dropped, and get dry, and probably get something to eat, and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, it's now the next day. It is the 23rd. It's about 11 o'clock now. Me and my brother have been here at the shop for a little over an hour now. We decided to go ahead and get started doing some tearing apart on my car to get ready to begin repairs on it to get it all straightened back out. And so what I did was I took the hood off and I took the nose cone off. So this is what she looks like right now. And if you look at her from the front, you can definitely tell that she is twisted that way, which is obvious. So all we got to do is we just got to tweak it all back that way. Tweak it all back that way, straighten it up, get her welded, and she'll be good to go. I did a closer inspection on my tie rods down there, and my tie rods are still perfectly straight. My A-arms aren't dinged up, so mechanically she's still good. And we fired her up this morning. She started right up. I didn't have to give her any gas. I didn't have to pump the gas, nothing. She fired right up. And so she's good mechanically. It's just a matter of we got to figure out a way to just pull that kink out of her and just straighten her back out. Which that won't be too hard. Pull her out, straighten it up, get her welded. That rainwater was really dirty. I noticed when I got here this morning, even the whole trailer is just dirty from the rainwater. Driving in the pouring rain. But that ain't a big deal. I'll give her a sponge bath before the next race. Or I'll wash her down with the garden hose or something. Give her a good bath before the next race. Because it's a 4th of July race, so I really want her to look good. And it's a double feature race. So this girl gets to go out for 2 big feature races. And this girl gets to be in the front in the first place position for the first feature race anyway. So that'll be exciting. So we got time. I don't think we're gonna get much else done today. Phase 1 has begun of working on the car, which right now is just tearing it apart and assessing the damage. And then we will get her going. Like, there's a good view with one of the cracks of the bumper, and it's just a matter of we just gotta push it that way. Push everything that way, and so everything's straight. Phase 1 has begun, getting her all tore apart to assess the damage, and we'll get her fixed. Alright guys, it's now been a few days. It is now Wednesday, June 26th. We're here at the shop, and we're doing some maintenance today. We got the 7410 in the shop, doing an oil change on it. I believe the oil's already been dumped. I showed up a little bit later today. But we're doing an oil change on the 7410, and it's still got the mower hooked up to it. But I wanted to give you guys another update. A few days post race, a few days post accident. I feel nothing. I am totally good. And I figured I'd show you guys the car too. It actually already looks 95% better because the mangled metal has been taken off. My fender, just my fender panels that run from here up to the front on both sides have been removed, and the bumper has been taken off. All the parts are over here. Here's the bumper. It's still mangled. The kickers are still mangled up, but that'll be quick and easy to put back on. And then this is my driver's side quarter panel for the fender. On the front, you can see where it's kinked. That'll take 20 seconds to straighten out. That's not a problem. Straightening out the metal is no big deal. Here's the passenger side. It's not as bad. So it's a matter of we've pretty much got everything tore off now, and it's just a matter of straightening things up to make sure that everything lines up correctly. We have a week to the day until our next race, Wednesday, July 3rd. It is the 4th of July celebration race, so there's always a fireworks show during intermission, and I guess the rainstorm that rained our feature out has made it interesting because the audience is going to get more bang for their buck because now it's double features for every single class except for the first two classes that went, which were micros and micros and cruisers were the ones that went first. They were the only ones that were able to get a feature in the other night before the rain came in. So everybody else gets two features. So pretty much that's double points. That's double money. That is a big night for the audience and the racing drivers. So I'm excited. This thing will be ready to go, easily ready to go by then. Get a good day's work in this weekend. Figured I'd give you guys an update, show you guys the progress. Olo 04 will be ready to go for the next race in a week's time, but I figured I'd show you guys an update on it. So I'm gonna get back to her and we'll see what happens. All right guys, it's now 4:35. We did a little bit of work on the car today, not too much. During the week, it's pretty much just an after we're done working on farm stuff, if we feel like it kind of deal. So we got the new filters put in the 7410 and got it done. And then we decided to work on my car for a little bit. And a lot of it right now is brainstorming on how we're gonna straighten the frame horns, because it looks like it didn't go back. It doesn't look like it's bent back behind the suspension. I think it's just the front frame horns that are tweaked on both sides. So what we ended up deciding to do, it didn't take long. What we decided to do to give us room to do what we need to do is we drained and pulled the radiator out because it was the biggest thing sitting right in the middle of these two frame horns. So we just decided to drain the coolant out, just disconnect the hoses, and just lift the radiator out. And the chances are we may have to just unload this thing off the trailer, which will be easy. Just pop it in neutral, set the ramps down, back it off the trailer. We don't have to start it to unload it, which now it's technically not in running order because we have the radiator off. But we may have to put a pickup on one side to use it to put pressure against it and pull it with something. We'll figure out how to straighten these things out. It's doable. It is doable, and it'll get done. It's not something that I got to send it off to somebody. I hope not, anyway. But we're calling it a day for today. I'm gonna come out tomorrow, and usually I'm just here to help with any little projects that may need to be done. And then afterwards, if we can figure out a way to get these horns straightened up, we will. Even if it has to wait till the weekend to get people out here to help us out or something like that. Do a whole day endeavor, Saturday working on this thing. She'll be good to go for the race on Wednesday. She'll be ready to rock. But it's just a matter of figuring out how to do it right and getting it done correctly so everything lines up, everything's square, and it'll be good to go. But I'm gonna shut shop down and I'm gonna head home for the night, and we'll see what we do here. All right, guys, it's now Thursday the 27th. It is now just about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm getting ready to once again shut down the shop. We did some cleaning up today and got the sprayer cleaned out so we could put a new mixture in, because we're having an issue in one of our fields with some water hemp. So we were spraying some of that down today. And then when we got all done for the day, we did a little bit more work on the car, and I'll show you guys an update. pretty much what we did is, first off, we cut off the front grill where the screen goes on and then the bumper goes on. We took that off so it's out of our way. It'll be easy to put on and weld once we're done. And then what we did was we took our grinder and we took a big old slice into the left side frame horn. And then we used a ratchet strap here and we hooked it onto the other side that's still sturdy. It's still bent, but it's sturdy. It isn't cut yet. So it's using all of its strength, and we used the ratchet strap, and it's tight as can be. And we used it to straighten out this frame horn a little bit. And it's pretty straight on now. If you come to the front of the car and look back, that left side looks pretty front and center. I wouldn't move it much more. So tomorrow morning, what I'm going to do is, on my way out here, I'm going to swing by our buddy's fabrication shop and see maybe what he can do, see what he's got for us when it comes to some flat steel that we can use to cover that slice and use it to plate it and hold it all together. And then also I'm going to see what he's got for some round piping that maybe we can redo these kickers on my bumper for when we put it on. But it is coming together. This left side frame horn is straightened back out. I can tell it's really, really straight now with my power steering pump going on my steering shaft. It's way straighter than it was. But I'm going to shut the shop down, go home and make me some supper, and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, it's now Saturday the 29th. It is a little after 8 o'clock in the evening. We've been here at the shop all day today, working hard. We had to end up changing a tire on the belt trailer this morning. We had to do that, and then as soon as we got that done, and we set the brakes on that truck as well, when we got all that done, we got in and we decided today was gonna be the day that we were gonna get a whole bunch of work done on 04, try to get her straightened out and get her ready for the race on Wednesday. And I'll give you a good update. She is starting to come back together again. You can see we have the fenders back on, and we've pretty much, we got the frame horns straightened up the best we can, and we've got them re-welded where we cut. I'll show you the other side where you guys have seen the cut. This is where we had it cut here, and we have her all welded and replated. We've got her straightened out the best we can. We straightened up all the metal rods so that my bolts line up for my fenders. This is the fender that really got kicked out, and we banged on it with a hammer. We walked on it, we flattened it out, and now it looks picture perfect. A little bit of touch-up painting, and it'll be even better. And we ended up deciding, this is the bumper that came off of my car. We already took off the mounts since they were all broke here, as you can see. And because this is aluminum, we are afraid that if we try to bend this, aluminum doesn't bend very well. Aluminum has a tendency to snap. So what we decided we were probably going to do is, if you guys watched a video or two ago, we had some damage to the bumper on 03, and we ended up getting a new bumper from a scrapyard for that car for the rear. And so we have come up with an idea of using the old rear bumper, since the cover was what was really damaged, not necessarily the actual bumper itself. We are thinking about using this bumper on this car, and we're gonna do some angle iron work, make mounts and stuff like that, and mount it up so it'll look just like this. And then of course my nose cone will go in front of that. We still got to we'll have to put my screen on yet as well. We still got to put the radiator back in. We have to move my shroud a little bit on the radiator. It's over there. But really good update today. We got a lot of work done. We got the hardest work done. We got the frame horns straightened back up pretty well, and got that done. A lot of using ratchet straps and yanking things, and we had the forklift over here and pressed up against the car so we couldn't move the car, and we got her done. A buddy of ours who races with us, he used to run hobby stock. Every once in a while he'll run the hobby stock class this year, but lately he's been running the cruiser class. He came up today and helped us out with that as well, so it was nice to have a few extra sets of hands to assist us with the job getting 04 done, and I greatly appreciated their help. The hardest stuff is done, And 04 looks as straight as ever. She still needs a bath. That'll be the last thing I do before I take her to the track. But tomorrow we're going to be working on the bumper and getting everything else done. And then I'm going to go through and re-rivet. I got to put rivets all back into the fenders here, re-rivet the nose cone back on. Just go through that. That's easy work. That's chump change when it comes to work compared to what we've had to do today. So today was definitely the harder day, but we got 04 ready to rock and roll. She's getting closer and closer by the minute. So we're deciding to call her a day. I'm going to go home and warm up some leftovers for supper and enjoy my evening. And we're going to be back out here tomorrow working on the car. We're going to get, the plan is we're going to get 04 done tomorrow is the plan. We're going to get 04 done. We're going to fire her up, make sure there's no other problems, which there shouldn't be. We're going to refill the radiator up with antifreeze, fire her up, make sure everything's hooked up. We're going to load her back up onto the trailer, strap her down so she's ready. And then we're going to grab 03 out there, bring 03 in. And we're going to fix the damage from the wreck on 03, which isn't near as bad, just some straightening of some metal. But we're going to get that done as well so that both cars are repaired from the wreck. But a really good update today. 04 is almost done, ready to get back out on the track, which I'm excited for. Double features on the 3rd of July race, celebrating the 4th. So I'm excited, and I get to lead first place in the makeup feature. So my first race of the day, I'll be in first place, which is scary, but at the same time really exciting. And the rain, like I've said before, the rain helped me out, and I lucked out, and I get to take the car out there at 100%. The car won't be mangled like it was. The car will be at 100%, and it'll be ready to go. I really lucked out on that. The rainstorm really helped me out on that, which is kind of cool. But that luck will run out, though. I won't have that luck for very long. But very good work today. We got a lot of work done today. Good set of hands. We got her done. But tomorrow, like I said, we'll get 04 done. We'll take her out. We'll bring 03 in. We'll get her done. And we'll see what happens. All right, guys. It is now Sunday, June 30th. It is 6:30 in the evening. Just another day in the shop. I'm getting ready to shut down for the night. Shut the doors, shut the lights off, and go home for the night. But I figured I'd give you guys another update on the projects, working on the race cars to get them fixed after their wrecks and getting them ready for the next race. Pretty much we got everything else done on 04 today, and 04 is done. I'll show you guys the final look. Well, I guess technically not final look, but this is 04 all put back together with the new bumper on the front. The frame horns straightened, the fenders straightened, the radiator put back in, refilled with coolant, all that. She's all put back together, and our friends that helped us out yesterday came back up today, and they brought their porta power. It's a little hydraulic jack that you pump, and it's meant to push out dents. And they had my trunk open, and they popped out these back fairings really, really well. They were all curled up and mangled in there on both sides of the car, and they were able to actually bring out some of the dents back here, and then they did a little bit on my door panels as well. And then we used it also for 03. We had 03 up here, and we did a little bit of work on it as well. But when it comes to the project, the car's done. I could take the car to the track right now and race it. It's ready. But I am gonna, I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I don't know, I'll have to look at the weather. But I'd like to pull it out onto the concrete pad out there and like use the garden hose or something and just wash all the dust off from that rainstorm. That rainwater was really dirty and just really dirtied up the car. I wanna wash it off, and then I'm gonna run to town tomorrow. I have orange spray paint, but I used up the last of my black spray paint a few weeks ago. So I'm gonna get some more black spray paint. I'll get like a can or two so that I can touch up the back fairings here and anywhere else that needs to be retouched up with the black. And then I'll touch up the orange. This is probably the worst spot here. Touching up on the orange, get that done, and it should be clean. And then whenever we want, we can load the car up on the trailer and strap it back down. But overall, the car's done. We had it running for a little while today to make sure that the coolant got all the way through the system, and she works. Just to show you, I just had her running, but fires right up. She's back, baby. I love it. Yes, 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 yes. I love this car. And it's back, it's straight again. It's ready to race. Just gonna do some touch-up painting on her and a little bit of a bath, and she'll be really ready for our double features on Wednesday. We have a big night, and now the car is back at 100%. The car is ready to go. I did pull it forward so I can keep an eye on down here. I wanna make sure I don't have any coolant leaks. I'll check on that in the morning. I haven't seen it leaking yet. Back here, there is a puddle, but that's from when we were bringing the hose down and hooking up the hose back up to the radiator. Any coolant that was still on the engine side, a little bit of it spilled out. But 04 is done, and 03, we banged out some dents. We did a little bit of heating up and moving some metal around. We used the porta power on it, and like I said, just using a little bit of welding on her, and she should be good to go for Wednesday night's double features, ready to go as well. But thank you guys for following along on that project, all the updates. 04 is looking as good as ever, maybe even better than ever with how straight these front fenders are. Better than ever. She's running great, and she's ready to run. So I'm gonna shut down and go home for the night, and I'll be back out here tomorrow to finalize things, and we'll see what we have to do. Alrighty, good morning everybody. It is now Monday, July 1st. It is about 10:30-ish right now. I'm at the shop, but I hopped in the car and I fired it up. She fired right up this morning, and I just pulled her right outside, used the garden hose. I didn't want to use the pressure washer because I'm afraid of it ripping paint off, but I used the garden hose and a scrub brush, and I cleaned 04 down, and I let her sit out in the breeze and dry for a little bit. And then I fired her up and backed her back into the shop out of the breeze so that I could spray paint. And this is what she looks like now. I got her all spray painted. I spray painted the nose cone to cover up any blemishes from the wreck. This was the major crinkle spot here. Yeah, you can still obviously tell it was crinkled, but I got her repainted. It's all orange now, no yellow is showing. I got her looking shiny again. And back here, this is where we used the porta power and took some dents out from back here. I got that all done. I did the bumper. I did a quick spritz over the bumper. And then this is the other side. She looks pretty. She looks about as good. Yeah, she's still a little dusty even after washing it. It seems like the dust never comes off really. But she is ready to rock and roll, straight as an arrow, ready to rock and roll, as shiny as can be. But I figured I'd give you, this is pretty much the last update on this car. Now that it's all touched up with the paint and stuff like that, and she's shiny as can be, looks ready for the race, ready for the big 4th of July double feature show. This is her. She's ready to go. So that's your final update. I got her all done with the painting wise. Me and my dad and a few friends of ours, we worked together as a team, and we got the car done, getting it all straightened out. And so I'm very appreciative of their help, helping me out, getting that car done so that it's ready to be at 100% capacity for the biggest race of its career, or of my career anyway, being in the first place position in the feature. I know I'm not going to finish in first, I know that, but being up there is enough pressure. So I'm excited, hope you guys are too, but I'm gonna go ahead and just chill out for a little bit, and we'll go from there, guys. Alright guys, it's now about 2 o'clock. I'm still here at the shop. Just been sitting. I helped Dad reload the sprayer. he came back and got another load for the sprayer, and he is back out spraying some more weeds. But I've got 04 sitting out here outside because the paint was still a little bit tacky, which it will be no matter what. Yeah, it's still a little tacky on this side, but I figured it wouldn't hurt nothing to set it outside and let the breeze maybe help dry it for a little bit. But she is still just as shiny as ever. There's really nothing else I need to do to her. She's ready to rock and roll. But I kind of lied to you guys. I guess as I've been filming this video and giving you guys updates on the car, I've been editing along the way. And I kind of know what kind of length we're at right now. I think I'm going to end this video here. I know I said the big 4th of July race would be in this video, but we're at such a length right now with the updates. I figured just make this video about the one race and the repairs to get it race ready again. And then the next video will be all about the comeback. And it'll start right off with the big run, the big race, double features. I'm excited. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Witnessing the wreck first off, and then seeing the progress and the updates as we went along with the process of getting 04 fixed and ready to race again. But thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. Like I said, next video, stay tuned. The big race is coming. The 4th of July race is right around the corner, just a few days away. So I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash the like button on this video. Spread the word of the channel, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.